I have this mantra that I always say. My kids are watching me. I cannot drop the ball. My daughters are watching me. I cannot drop the ball. My sons are watching me. I cannot drop the ball. My students are watching me. I cannot drop the ball. This mantra helps to keep me focused. It helps me to remember that the onus is on me to set a good example to the young persons in my life, whether my biological children, my nieces and nephews, my students. They are watching, they are always watching. And they watch more than they listen. So it's not just what you say to them, do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. They model their lives and their how they move through life. They model that of what they see you do more than what you say to them. One of my favorite poets, Hakim Adubuti, he had a line in one of his poems that said, "Be what you want your children to be. You be what you want your children to be." So you will be the example to show them that, hey, this is possible. I'm not just telling you to do it, I am doing it and showing you that it can be done. What man has done, man can do. What I, as a parent, have achieved, I'm showing you that this is possible. So you can achieve at least this and hopefully more. And this is how life naturally goes. We as a parents are the role models. How your children see you handle life, it shows them how they can handle life. How they see you deal with the misfortunes, the chaos, the uncertainties of life, it shows them that they can handle it. Try to be as calm as you can. If it's sudden misfortune, the Desiderata says, foster strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune. Sudden misfortune. You lost your job. A natural disaster has come. Look at what happened last year in Hurricane Melissa. Out of nowhere, this Category 5 hurricane lashed across the island, especially the western part, southwestern part of the island. Devastation. How you deal with things like that will show your children that life is gonna knock you for six. Curveballs are gonna come in from out of nowhere. Unexpected things are going to happen, and you just have to brace yourself through it. Go through it. Hold on and go through it. When they see that you're not freaking out, even if you're worried, even if you're concerned, you're not freaking out. You do everything within your power to prepare if it's something you can prepare for. Something like a hurricane, you can prepare for to some extent. You can batten down. You can make sure you have certain things stocked up in your house. But even then, it can knock away the house, lick away the house. You end up fighting for your life. trying to grab the nearest thing. But even in these crises, if your children see that you weather the storm, it gives them a fortitude to weather their storms that they're going to face and they will face. We can't put them in a bubble. Life doesn't happen in a bubble. We can't put bubble wrap around them and shield them. You protect your children, yes, from certain things, but then other things you just have to let them go through it because that is life. And there will be a point when you're not here to protect them and they have to know how to muster that strength of spirit to ride through their own storms. Your children need to see how you handle grief. Mourning is a natural part of life. Grief will come. Our loved ones will die. Friends will die. Relatives will die. Pets will die. People will leave. People who you love, they will leave and go on to chart their own course miles away from you, maybe in a different country from you, and your children need to see how you deal with that. People might become terminally ill. Your relatives, your friends, your co-workers. How do you deal with that? Because they are watching you. They are watching to see how you cope. And this is what is going to give them the skills to cope. You have persons who thrive on the fear mongering. They love when a crisis is coming, like right now with the war in the Middle East and the hantavirus threatening. People love things like that, so they can do the fear mongering and say, oh my God, and oh my God, and oh my God. They love that. They love that, right? When I was little, it was Nostradamus predicted this and Nostradamus predicted the end of that and this is gonna happen and we're always living in the last days. And when the year 2000 was approaching, you hear that everything is gonna crash and this and that. There is always something on the horizon. And there are people who thrive and there are people who profit from the fear mongering. No, I'm not saying you should not be concerned. I'm not even saying you should not be worried. But don't let your children see you freaking out over what's coming. And this generation of children especially, they are very apathetic. They have, it's like they're born into this doomsday mentality where and they become existential and they feel like they concerned about why am I here? I don't want to be here, and this the world is in a crisis. The world has always been in some kind of crisis. That doesn't mean you can't find joy and happiness and pleasure in life, right? Don't listen to the fear mongering. They're talking about another pandemic is coming and more lockdown, and the crime is going up. Yes, these things are happening, but we in our own lives, in our own spaces, can make a difference in those spaces. And if more of us try to do that, I believe I am optimistic. I'm aware of what's going on, I'm aware of what's possible, but I remain optimistic, and in my corner, I remain positive. And no matter what is happening around me, I don't let it stop me from living, from doing good, from making plans, from trying to be better. I don't let any of that stop me. And this is how we have to let our children see that we're still pressing on, we're still moving forward in spite of what is happening. The way your children see you handle the basic things in life, the basic things like paying bills, taking care of school fees, you know, they live in the house with you. It's your responsibility. The light is on, water is there, the gas is there. These things are taken care of. They don't have this constant, oh my God, electricity gone. Every month, electricity gone. Every month, the water gone. Every month, you're scurrying to try to meet these basic needs. Your basic needs, you should try to ensure that they are met in the household. Groceries are there. Maybe even go on a vacation every now and then. That gives children a sense of stability. When you owe school fees for a child and that child knows it, and they will know it because sometimes they are sent home, it makes them feel very bad. It makes them feel very bad when other kids are in school and they have to be sent home because you did not pay their school fee. These are things that should be your priority, because your children must have a sense of stability and security. I know things can happen and you don't meet it one or two times, but it should not be a regular thing. There are kids at my school where every term they are sent home, every term. And we try to avoid the kids knowing, but they will know because they have to be home. And these parents don't make it their point of duty, right? If you cannot afford a certain thing, you don't get involved with it in the first place. But don't put the child in that situation, and then every single term the child is being sent home. Those kind of things, is traumatic for kids, right? Kids should have their basic needs met, and they should not have to be worrying about. Sometimes kids deliberately save their money to do certain things because they know that the parents will not meet it. So it puts them into that mode where, okay, I am going to have to put aside my lunch money or my allowance to take care of the things that my mom and dad should be taking care of. The child should not have to do that. The daily stresses of life, the daily things that occur, how your kids see you handle those things, it makes a difference in their lives, and it shows them how they must handle things in their life. How do you respond when they bring home their report card? Do you freak out? How do you respond when they make simple mistakes? Do you go on like it's the end of the world? Mm? If the gas finish and you're cooking, how do you respond? You start cuss bad word and you know f- take it out on everybody. If someone comes to you with a question, how do you respond? When children ask you things, when toddlers ask you things, when the pets get in your way, these simple little things, how you respond to them. Your child is watching. How you treat pets, your child is watching. How you treat strangers, your child is watching. And for those of you who, the single parents, single moms especially, if you have your child living with you, they are watching your relationships that you're having, all these uncles that you keep bringing into the household, and declaring, and now the child have to be calling the stranger uncle, and every month there's another uncle. The dads too, the kids are watching, your boys are watching how you treat women, your daughters are watching how you treat women. Don't just think you're doing these things and it's existing in a bubble. No, children watch and they pick up on these vibes, right? They look at the friends that you have. They listen to the things that you say when you're chilling with your friends and you think the kids are playing. They are listening to these conversations. They are watching how you're moving through life. They're watching how you respond to the challenges of life, to the crises in life. And this will help them to deal with their own crisis. So you just have to try to be calm, be positive, be steadfast in your principles, and you will raise children who will become adults who can handle life.